Boris Johnson is set to tighten his grip on power on Scotland and could be set to hold more cabinet meetings in a bid to hold Nicola Sturgeon to account, Express Co UK has learned tonight. It comes amid surging support for independence, which has seen recent polls show that 54% of Scots are in favour of leaving the UK. Express Co UK understands that he told a cabinet meeting on Tuesday that more ministers should be sent to Scotland to show how strong Westminster is. The UK government's base is located at Queen Elizabeth House, which opened last July and is home to more than 3,000 civil servants. The new hub houses the Scotland office, the Competition and Markets Authority and HMRC, and is designed to ensure that Westminster is at the heart of Scottish capital and is near to St Andrew's House, home of the Scottish Government. Whitehall sources told Express Co UK that Boris Johnson stressed the importance of the Union to his cabinet colleagues, stressing that regular visits were needed to Scotland by his cabinet. They said that Belfast, Cardiff and Edinburgh are just as important as London, stressing that Scotland is Westminster's responsibility for Scotland is extremely important. The source said that the UK government hub at Queen's Elizabeth House in Edinburgh has been discussed as a location for cabinet or committee meetings, with provision being made at the offices for such an affair. It added, Boris Johnson wants to get the message out that Edinburgh is an important city. Having cabinet meetings here doesn't just show the PM's message about the strength of the Union, but also that Scotland is part of the UK. David Cameron last held a regional cabinet meeting in Scotland at Shell's UK exploration and production base in Aberdeen in December 2014, and Whitehall is hoping to restart this trend by Boris Johnson. The Prime Minister has constantly made it clear that while he is in Downing Street, there will not be a second independence referendum. He said during a visit to Orkney and Moray, "When I stood on the steps of Downing Street 1 year ago, I pledged to be a Prime Minister for every corner of the United Kingdom. Whether you are from East Kilbride or Dumfries, Motherwell or Paisley, I promised to level up across Britain and close the opportunity gap." The last 6 months have shown exactly why the historic and heartfelt bond that ties the four nations of our country together is so important, and the sheer might of our union has been proven once again. But the cabinet meeting plans have angered nationalists who have accused Westminster of being in panic mode because of the rising nationalist movement. Pete Wishart MP, the SNP's cabinet spokesperson, said, "It shows just how out of touch the Tories are with the people of Scotland that they think sending UK ministers up here a bit more often will erase the devastating impact decades of Tory policies have had on our country, and the fact they are dragging us out of the EU against our will. It also shows that Boris Johnson is in full-blown panic mode amid rising support for independence. Boris Johnson is the most unpopular Prime Minister in Scotland since Thatcher. If he and his cabinet want to visit Scotland more often, I imagine that will only serve to highlight this further. It's beyond any doubt that Westminster is simply not working for Scotland. Majority support for an independence referendum is now an established position, and poll after poll has shown support for Scottish independence in the lead. The only way to properly protect Scotland's interests is by becoming an independent country. It comes after Whitehall advertised for a new senior advisor role to be based at Queen Elizabeth House in Edinburgh at £120,000 a year. Latest accounts filed by the Scotland office also show that costs increased from around -8 million pounds in 2014 after the vote to almost -11 million pounds in 2019. The SNP criticised the -3.1 million pounds rise, claiming that the Scotland office was a propaganda campaign for Boris Johnson. However, Whitehall has denied this, saying that the new job was to replace a staff member who was leaving, stressing it was not a new role.